Hello and welcome back to another reading vlog. Thank you so much for joining me again on my channel. So we're getting all cozy here. Today it's a Monday and I am done with work. It's been quite a long day because lately I have been getting up really late. I've had some sleep problems for the past few days. I need to get back to reading and I have my pile here that I want to talk through what's on the schedule for this week. I also have to read 2 mangas that I need to return this week. Still have a lot of mangas back here. I don't know. Like, this is one of 3 piles. I'm still thinking if I need to change the name now that Jessie has come out with a Manga Monday. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have a better idea at this point. So the idea of this series is going to be that I'm reading mangas that have been recommended to first-time manga readers, and I am reviewing them based on that recommendation. So are these mangas something that is really good to get into if you're new to the manga scene? All right, so what's on my schedule for this week? So I have this pile. And I really need to get to a few of them. So this one I actually have finished, but as you can see, I have my pen in here because I need to finish notes. This is one book that is part of the Goodreads group where we annotate the book like so, and then pass it on to the next person, and the last person, the person who owns this book, then gets a book that has been annotated by like 10 people, and there's sometimes full blown out conversations going on, and it's beautiful, and it's even more so beautiful that I'm starting to know these people more and more. I mean, look at these kind of conversations going. It's just wonderful to read the book like this. It feels like I'm buddy reading it in a way, and it's wonderful. So I finished this book on my walk on audiobook, so I just need to finish my notes in it before I send this tomorrow to the next person. This is the rest of the books that I want to read this week. So these books, The Rook and Harley in the Sky, I have already started. I am on page 50 with Harley in the Sky, and I'm on page 50 something with The Rook. I'm having troubles getting into The Rook. The Rook is also a traveling book, but I'm the first person writing it, so I'm not reading anybody's notes, and I'm just having issues getting into it. It's about I didn't tell you what this is about. A Million Worlds with You is the 3rd installment of the Firebird trilogy, and it's following this girl whose family has discovered the Firebird technology to jump between dimensions. The Rook is about this woman who wakes up in a body and finds a letter that is pretty much telling her that she is a superhero or has some superhero powers, and she can choose between running because people are out to kill her, or facing the killers. Harley in the Sky is an arc that I received in one of my book boxes, and it's coming out, or has come out, tomorrow. Harley in the Sky is about this woman who has grown up in a circus, and she wants to become this trapeze artist, and her parents really want her to go to college and learn something more stable, and she gets into this huge fight with her family and then runs away to join the competing circus to fulfill her dream. Now, Dark Dawn. I have been looking forward to reading this. This is also a traveling book. 2 people have read it before me. It's a signed copy. Remembering God's Grave. I read this so freaking slowly. So what I did here, I allocated 40 pages a day to this book starting tomorrow, that I'm hopefully having it a little bit more bite-sized, that I'm gonna get through this, because by the end of this month I want to be able to pass this on. I think my reading time is going to be up end of this month, so I need to finish that. And I'm looking forward to the conclusion of the story as well. Then we have the, this is a German book that my father gave me. If you've been following me, you might already know that in 2020, I want to read one non-fiction book that has been recommended to me every single month. And this was the book for the month of January, and I haven't read it yet. So I need to catch up. Then I want to read Today We Go Home. This is a Once Upon a Book Club books. Last but not least, these Rebel Waves. I completely forgot what this was about because I believe a year ago or so, I have decided with my friend Elisa that I want to read this. So this is a buddy read. We reduced it to daily bite-sized portions as well of 40 pages. So it looks like we're following 3 people, a soldier, a pirate, and a heretic. There's a letter from the author. She says, belief is a strange thing. Many forces in this world want your belief. Some demand it with sharp grabbing fingers. Some have it with your first breath. Some milk it out of you with careful words and deliberate actions. A weave that can either be drowning net or comforting quilt. As you open these Rebel Waves, I encourage you to question the forces that have your belief. What causes do you devote yourself to? What is fuel on your heart? What douses it? And most importantly, why? Make waves, dear readers. And then the last book that I'm going to be listening on audiobook is Red Sister. I want to buddy read that with my friend Jen. She has a booktube channel as well. I don't know if she's been active lately. I kind of neglected keeping on top of some channels during the past 2 months. So I'll have to check if she's active. So, plan for today, finish my annotations in A Million Worlds with you, start these Rebel Waves, the first 40 pages, and then get into the Red Sister. Now I'm gonna have to unbox a subscription box with flowers because my flower's dead. Look at this. Here are dead flowers. And then I've created this beautiful setup in the back there, and now the flowers are dead and it just looks hideous. So I need to unbox my flowers that came today, and they're actually just waiting outside. So there's my box with my flowers. So let's get that going first. All right, let's do it. Only finished a few pages in these Rebel Waves, and I'm probably not gonna send an update to Elisa tonight because my eyes are falling asleep. And even though the first pages are sucking me back into wanting to read and I am enjoying it, I'm too tired. I hope I still have that enjoyment tomorrow. I need to wash my face and I look like shit. I'm excited to see where this goes. I hope this is good. For some reason, I have this weird gut feeling that this might not end up being one of my favorites, but maybe this surprises me. That would be really good if that surprises me. So I still have to write my notes in 5 chapters, I believe. Oh my god, pulling my skin. That was not a good idea. To be fair, I am super hungry. Well, I'm not super hungry, but I have for the past couple of days, I had this weird feeling in my stomach that I'm hungry. But as soon as I would eat something, I felt like throwing up, like I was full. But today I had this super hunger for like some fresh salad, and this is actually my favorite salad. And I just put some like tangerine juice over it as a dressing, and I have some mozzarella in there and some blueberries. You couldn't see the blueberries right now because they're hiding in like at the bottom of the. Look at this beauty. So good. So good. Maybe I should finish this and then wash my face. And I mean, let's be real, I'm not gonna fall asleep right away. I'm probably gonna watch one more episode of Star Trek before I fall asleep. So let's do that. Oops, I did it again. It's 8 p.m. and I'm not done with work. Oh guys, it is Wednesday and I still haven't started Red Sister, or really started these rebel waves and okay. But I'm so kind of into work right now, and not like in a bad way, like I'm super busy and I don't like it. I love what I'm doing and I love what I'm working on, so I kind of don't want to withdraw myself. And I have a kind of a weird schedule right now. I feel like I'm sleeping half the day and I get up really late and then I work really late. So I still work a normal amount. It's just quite late, and with me then lying awake half the night. So, by the way, do you see how beautiful these lilies bloomed? Isn't that beautiful? But this thingy here, it is super sticky, and I have gotten stuck to it so many times. Okay, so I need to go for my daily walk. It's dark outside, so I'm not gonna take you. Come back. I will read these Rebel Waves and I will start Red Sister. Probably not. I'm going to probably start Red Sister tomorrow because I have books to finish, namely The Rook and Harley in the Sky. And I don't want to then start 2 new books today. So let's go for a walk. Yeah, I need another 2,000 steps, so let's get this done first. So there's one thing that I wanted to show you. I have been making a pasta sauce, and because I can't eat normal portions anymore, I made more. So what I'm doing, see it here, this is my pasta sauce. It's like with minced meat and tomatoes and all the good stuff that go in a good pasta sauce. And I freeze them in these muffin sizes. So I have portion sizes that I can take out. And for example, I can take a small potato and put this on top. So I have some minced meat, some like burger meat. Pretty much what I'm doing is putting the pasta sauce into these muffin bits, freeze them, and then I gather them up and put them in a big bag that I can write pasta sauce on, so I can take them out portion size. And I love this concept, and I think I just need a bigger freezer because I love doing this with soup, with sauces. I have marinara sauce. I even do this with a combination of like veggies, and I freeze them in these, like, it's a form for cookies in Germany, and this is to make broth. So I pretty much have this mashed like veggie stuff in here, and I take out one of these, and I have my beautiful self-made broth with no like artificial shit in it. I love making these kind of things, but my freezer is always full. So let's finish up this sauce making freezing process, because I have to freeze it in batches and I need to freeze it before it goes bad. So let's do that. So before I continue reading these Rebel Waves, as promised earlier, I said I would start unboxing a couple of my boxes that I have in my backlog in my vlogs, to just get rid of them but still show you the content. And my question of the week that you can please answer down in the comments below, and that will count for the next giveaway. Which box would you like to see me unbox in a separate video? Is there any kind of box that I haven't unboxed yet? Any kind of box that I have unboxed that you would like to see again? Maybe one that I unboxed 2 years ago and that you just want to see an update on. So make a wish list. You can name more than one, but you have to name at least one to get an entry into the giveaway. Now, first box, it's this one. This is the February 2020, and the theme is the power within. As always, we have a little pin. Then we have playing cards, battle the stars to whatever end. It's a Throne of Glass inspired playing cards that will go into the pile of Throne of Glass inspired things. Then this, Oh, this is a glass cleaning cloth. This is actually perfect. I was just thinking about getting a new one. Beautiful image, and it says, a witch is just a girl who has realized her power is her own. Not the quote for me, but I love myself a good cloth for my glasses. So then we have a Breakbuilds alumni. I think that's the Magician's a keychain. Then we have a big item, a kind of probably like a bento box. What I really like is it has real cutlery and it has a spoon and chopsticks. This is perfect for me. Probably not perfect for the European market, but this is perfect. Oh, we used Skadriel's steel alphabet to spell Owl Crate on top. Cool. The book of the month is All the Stars and Teeth. Set in a kingdom where danger lurks beneath the sea, mermaids seek vengeance with a song, and magic is a choice. All the Stars and Teeth is a thrilling fantasy that should be at the top of your to-be-read list. Take a peek under our unique cover. We chose a color palette reminiscent of ocean depths with blues and reals and teals. To see the foil design, ooh, I love foil design, on the cover. That's what I'm here for. Both are exclusive to this box. I hate that Customs always slices these open, so when I want to resell them, I have like this sliced plastic thing where literally here is, I don't know if you can see this, but you can open this here and they just cut it open here. Just annoys me so much, because I do tend to resell books, especially the special editions, after reading them, because I just usually don't have a big interest in keeping them. I'm just not a book collector. So honestly, the whole prompt didn't really sound like it's for me. Opening it up and just reading "She will reign," this is a sentence that always draws me in. But let's see. Oh, that's nice. It's not as cool as I thought it would be, but it's nice. So this is probably not going to go on the top of my TBR. I don't even know if I'm going to read it. I like the cover, but I don't know if this is necessarily for me. Advertising for the next one, Music of the Night. Then we have the little Owl Crate magazine. It shows the different covers, interview with the author, interview with an artist. So they always have an interview with one of the suppliers. They put the, if you like this, you might like this. And I always like these recommendations as well. Give me a great feeling for the book. Oh, and then there's Chain of Gold, a sampler. Anybody interested in this? Let me know. I keep getting samplers and I want to give this to people who are interested, but I don't know who might be interested. Is this something that I should include in giveaways, or should I just give them away like separately? There's another item that I missed, a metallic bookmark. Ooh, these are pretty. I'll always follow you and you'll always follow me. Thread Sisters to the end. Inspired by the Witchland series. So these are two bookmarks. I think I got two by accident. It looks like this was probably meant to be one. I like it. I think I'm gonna use this. See how this has, I don't know if you can see this, but this has like measurements on it as well. It's interesting. I'm a big Woodmark fan, especially because they have beautiful colors most of the time. But I think I'll try using a metallic bookmark. I'm not a fan of paper bookmarks simply because they break and they bend, and simple reason. Oh, that's like a thingamajig that I can put on top. You know that thingamajig is actually one of my favorite words ever. Favorite German word is schwerlich. I read that in a deposition once when I got into a car accident. The word means hardly, but it's not commonly used in the German language, but it sounds kind of, I don't know, it makes sentences sound more sophisticated in my mind. Probably just my mind, because I had never heard this word before this, and just got so fascinated by this word, and this has been 20 years ago almost, and I still love this. This is it for the February box. Let's go on. We have 3 more boxes to unbox. So, all right. So this is what this box looks like. Ta-da! And this is the December 2019, and it's the Tales of Trickery. The first thing, I think these are like, do they unbend? Oh, this feels really soft, but it looks tiny. Enjoy epic twists and turns while playing a game of Caraval. Don't get swept too far away. Am I just being stupid? Or is this tiny? Or am I wearing them wrong? Do I have to wear them like this? This feels silly, but it actually feels a little comfortable. I don't know what I look like right now. It's probably completely silly. It's weirdly comfortable, but I can't imagine that this is the way it's supposed to be worn. They are kind of loose this way as well, so I probably couldn't run, but... we have a candle, Mount Ruin, Fire and Cinnamon Chai. I don't like cinnamon. Yeah, not for me. It doesn't smell much like cinnamon, but it's not for me. Then we have the pin, Sky in the Deep hand warmer. Not a big fan of those usually. Oh, but it comes, and I wasn't a big fan of Sky in the Deep, but it comes with this little pouchy thing, which I like. Then you have the warmer thing. This is a nice product for December. We have another book sleeve. It was always wise to be polite to books, whether or not they could hear you. Probably not my favorite one, but it is a real nice bookish one. Sorcery of Thorns. Read that and I really enjoyed it. We have pens, like colored pencils. Yeah, these are colored ones. Oh yeah, they have hashtag treat your shelf, hashtag books and coffee. I think it's cool that they have these hashtags that makes them special. Hashtag shelfie, hashtag bookstagram, hashtag currently reading, hashtag owl crate, hashtag bibliophile, hashtag once upon a time, hashtag bookmail, hashtag one more chapter, I know this one, hashtag carpe librum, and hashtag to be read. So that's a cute idea to have these hashtags on. I'm assuming we have something to color. Yeah, exclusive coloring books. This is probably a quite cheap thing to create, but I actually like this a little bit more than an art print because it feels more usable. Probably not for me either. I like the idea. It feels like a relatively cheap item, but nice. Then we have the Genevieve, I don't know how to pronounce this, Genevieve Deception. I'm a big fan of Kirsten White in general. I loved the Anti Darkness series. I am a big Buffy fan, so I was a little bit on the fence about this layer because it didn't bring me the same feeling when I was watching Buffy, so I'm not 100% sure about that one, but I'm really excited to read something else by Kirsten White. I was not the biggest fan of The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein, so really excited to read something else that feels like could be more along the lines of Anti-Darken. I hope it is. Ooh, this I like. This is it. I like it. White and green and beautiful. This actually for once will go more towards the top of my reading to be read. I might actually put it on my top shelf. If you've been watching how I pick my TBRs for the month, I always pick one book from the top shelf. So experience the story of Camelot and King Arthur like never before. The Genevieve Deception by Kirsten White is an epic twist on the classic tale. Genevieve has been sent to Camelot to protect Arthur from the dangerous threat looming at the kingdom's borders. But Genevieve may not be who everyone thinks she is. We absolutely loved this take on the story, which kept us guessing all the way to the final page. Sounds interesting, and I'm excited. I had this on my wish list for a while because I want to read everything by Kirsten White because I loved Anti-Darken so much. I think what's left now is just the advertising for next month, which is Vengeance Will Be Mine, and the little thingamajig that I already showed you from the last box. Here you can see the cover difference for these two books. 2 more to go. Please let me know what you think. I feel like they should be worn like this, but it's ridiculously small. So 1 more. So this must be January, which we just learned Vengeance is Mine. So this is quite interesting. So this is the box and what it looks like. I think that these cards, the spoiler cards, always have this incredibly beautiful design. Where is that beautiful design here? I'm missing this stunning artwork. We have Crooked Kingdom socks. I feel like I have to give them to the same person who got the 6 of Crows socks. I have a little pouchy pouch. You've got words in your soul. What is this? Is this like a pill case? This exclusive pocket mirror with secret storage would be a rather useful tool for any acolyte of the Red Church, especially in the Hall of Truth, inspired by Nevernight. Yeah, I mean, but what do you put in it, like, realistically? I think for my pills, it's too small because my pills are humongous. You could break your makeup down to this and have, like, create lip gloss or, like, I don't know. But it's a weird size. I don't know what to do this. Let me know what you would put in it. Probably a mug. Welcome to the order. Probably the Order of Phoenix. Yeah. It's a nice design. I'm bored by this relatively normal look of a mug. I love mugs when they have like a little bit of a different form. We have another candle. Connector. Fresh blueberries and ginger. This could be good. I like it. Then the month's pin is a map, the full map for The Hobbit. Not something for me again. And the book is Scavenge the Stars. I am a big fan of Owl Crate, I do have to say, because I do think that they're quite consistent. And I do appreciate that they have exclusive covers and that they're all signed, because this oftentimes increases the resale values. If you are a collector, this is a good box because you get collectible books. If you are like me, you don't keep the books and you only like half of the products. To be fair, I like less than half of the products for me to keep. But this is not because they're valid items, but because I'm extremely picky and I shouldn't be buying these boxes for myself. I buy these boxes because I love unboxing them and showing them to you. But I shouldn't be buying them for me to keep the products because I don't keep most of the products. But I love getting the books. I love that experience. So that's one reason why I keep buying them. I have given away some that were quite pricey in the past. Amaya has been held captive on a debtor ship for years until the day she rescues a stranger from drowning. This stranger offers her the chance to start over and seek revenge on the man who wronged her family and ruined her life. Things get difficult the more Amaya dives into her deception, and the more she gets to know the son of the man she's plotting to ruin. Scavenge the Stars is the gender-swapped retelling of the Count of Monte Cristo we never knew we needed. I actually am not familiar with the Count of Monte Cristo because I suck at knowing classics. They're just not for me. I have tried reading a few and I'm just bored when I'm reading them. As I've just shown you with the other one, again, look at this beautiful, the power within, and then the power within theme artwork is like this. Last but not least, so this is the original cover. There's a huge difference this time. Okay, so this is the Owl Crate for the past 3 months. Well, it's been a wonderful, beautiful day today. And now that I finally get out of the house, it's gray and dark. I'm a little bit annoyed about this. Hey, the sun is coming back out. How about that? On my way to Korean class, it's cold, gray and rainy again. It's not fair. Not fair at all. Ugh. It's really sucky weather. Don't drink a lot of coffee right now. Oftentimes I'm not exactly sure if my body is going to reject it or not.
But for some reason I love my Thursday coffee, and I'm really looking forward to my Thursday coffee. I love this little shop too, so maybe that's part of the reason. And I suck at making coffee myself at home. But yeah, I love this coffee, so looking forward to this. Hello, it is Friday. I really did try to read these Rapid Waves last night. I read the first chapter, and I had the phenomenon that after reading it I was like, what the heck did I just read? And I completely needed to reread it, and I wasn't in the mood. And then pretty much what happened is that I wanted to go to bed early, but for some reason I had it in my mind that I needed to try if a dress fits me now, and it did. And I ended up for 2 hours unpacking old bags of clothes that I put away that didn't fit anymore, that suddenly fit. I went going to bed early. Today, my son's school announced that they're closing. So I don't know when you're going to be watching this, but we are in the midst of the COVID-19 and the developments in Europe and the US going towards a more regulated situation of like limiting movements and such. I feel like so far the train station doesn't seem to be any less busy than usually. Hearing from my colleagues that everything is weirdly quiet and that areas are quite empty. So there was this lady right in front of me. She was talking on the phone about the school being closed, and she being a teacher complaining about how school was not better prepared. They should have known, like, this isn't a surprise coming right now. So far so good. And then she complained about not being part of some preparation work right now because she was sent home to be quarantined because she met up with a person who has the virus via public transportation. This is strange. This is ridiculous. Also, nobody on the train cared. Like, everybody was super chill. And I mean, she was obviously super chill, but everybody must have been listening to her because she was talking quite loudly. And I was just thinking, okay, this must be a case of everybody who is actually worried or scared already is self-quarantining. Because I would have expected people to get up and move away, to say something, or I mean, honestly, in a panicky situation, I could see this go really, really wrong. So she was lucky, I guess. Really, really weird situation. Now I will be looking for a nice place to drink a cup of coffee, do some reading. I wanted to meet up with Nikki before Korean class, but she just texted me that she can't make it today. So I'm just gonna use the time. So let's go through my notes, see if I have to do any homework, and then some reading done. Saturday, and I'm on my way to Düsseldorf again, meeting up with my friends to study. Got all my Korean books with me to do some proper studying. So yesterday I realized that for some reason my microphone isn't working anymore, so I'll have to test that out today to see if this one's working or not. Maybe. Ich schüttel ihm nochmal die Hand. Ich hab dein Gesicht nicht drauf. Well,
well, I mean, who would have expected anything different? Meeting up with the girls to work and learn wasn't that effective. I think I pretty much tackled one grammar issue. So what I usually do is at home I transfer the grammar topics that we went through into my notebook from like my small quick notes into like the real notes. And I then like to do the same topic in the Talk to Me in Korean book and possibly in one of the other books that I have as well, because I have too many books. Anyways, that's my like way of making sure I really understood the grammar by just repeating it in the other book. I practice an hour of vocabulary, which is good, but I'm so behind on vocabulary, it's not gonna make up enough. All right, but I had another package that came and I'm getting quite frustrated because I thought I had canceled this. If you're not new to my channel, you know this box. It's a snack box from all over the world, and it pretty much it kind of means something like snack around the world or snack the world. And I like the idea. The idea is pretty much that they pick a country, they pick a location, and then they give you a lot of snacks from that location. But it just is a lot more than I can handle, that I can physically eat and want to eat. So it's not the right box for me anymore. I still find it interesting, but I would find it even more interesting if I knew that we have a country that one of you guys is from, and you could just tell me, hey, what would you have put into the box? But let's unbox this real quick, right? All right. So let's see what country we have and what kind of things we have. This is how it presents to me. We have New Zealand. It always comes with this little leaflet that explains a little bit about the country and then has the sweets in here with some information because you might not be able to read what the ingredients are, etc. So, New Zealand. If somebody from New Zealand is watching, tell me if you would have picked the same things or similar things to represent snacking in your country. So the first one is Ripple Cut chips, chicken flavored. That's interesting. I don't think I ever had chicken flavored chips. Living in Germany, I had currywurst chips. The thing I don't like about this is that oftentimes they come here really crumbled. So when you get like chips in these boxes, they're often like smashed. Then we have grain waves in salsa flavor. They look intact. Not sure if this is necessarily what I like, but okay. Then we have more chips, Pringles. Ooh, spaghetti bolognese flavored. That is different. A lot of chips in this one. Then we have Cadbury's Freddo biscuits. So like a little frog with chocolate coating. Doesn't seem like anything super special. Okay, this is something that sounds really good. Toasted coconut clusters. So this seems to be quite like a local treat. Not sure if it's a very typical treat, but it seems local. I like the packaging a lot. I'm not always a coconut flavor person, but this could be awesome. Premium Manuka honeycomb chocolate. Oh my god, I love honeycomb. I like everything like caramel, honeycomb. This is really thin for honeycomb chocolate though. Interested to see how this works. We have a wagon wheel, jammy. This looks kind of like a traditional treat. Let me know if I'm right. This last item is a Kit Kat Gold chocolate whirl. Anyways, this is the New Zealand box. Let me know. I think we already asked a question of the week. If I haven't, here it goes. If I have, we now have two. You can either respond to both or one. I would love to know if you guys would love one of those tries snacks from X country video. So I could take these and just try them all on camera, have a reaction video, and these are This is an old idea. This has been done like a million times, and I'm not sure if this is something that you would be interested in. So let me know if you are, if that's something that you want to see. I'm happy to film that. So maybe I can get a friend to join me as well. So I will now consider if I will DNF this or not. Then I want to read Arsana, the heroic legend of Arslan, but I do not feel this right now, and I have a million books to read because I have been, like, my reading has been shit this week. I'm gonna have to read The Rook. I'm gonna have to start reading Dark Dawn. I'm gonna have to read my portion in These Rebel Waves to catch up a little. And I did want to read Today We Go Home over the weekend. I also have The Rook and Harley in the Sky to finish. I think I'm in a sort of a reading slump because I don't know why, but for some reason I'm just not getting into the books that I'm starting right now. Hello, it is a wonderful Sunday and we have started to completely stay home. It's time to practice social distancing, I guess, and I'm actually absolutely okay with that. Probably an introvert's dream. If I want to talk to my friends, I can still do that. And really gonna change for my work. I still have my work to do because I'm working remotely anyways, compared to some people who might have a few like hours extra because they can't do exactly the same thing. On a positive, I have the exact same amount of work and not like some people in like the health region or like in essential areas have more work or more stressful work, so I'm quite grateful for that. So I'm spending some time today studying Korean. I really have to catch up. I've been letting that slip a little through the last couple of weeks. I don't know. Jen just reached out and we're moving the buddy reads to next month. She hasn't been getting to them either, so I'm happy about that because, oh my god, I'm so bad at reading right now. I don't know what's going on. Me studying might be a way of procrastinating, but I do need to study, I need to catch up, and I need to do, I want to do like an hour of vocabulary today. Oh, and by the way, I slept most of the day anyways, so my rhythm is so messed up. Let's study for a couple of hours, do at least an hour of vocabulary, and then do some reading. Finally do some reading. I'm currently drinking a tea from the Loose Leaf Tea Company that I have a subscription. It's the one that tastes a little like lavender and I love. Hello. So what I'm doing right here, and I have to lean in really weirdly so you can actually see me. I'm making my own lotion today. It's going to be like a stretch mark remedy / preventer of stretch marks. My skin can get really, really dry, and to give my skin the flexibility that it needs to heal from stretch marks and to prevent stretch marks, it needs like the super thing. Found this recipe online on YouTube. I actually found these super cute little thingies that I can keep my self-made lotion in, and I'm actually making one batch for a friend who is currently pregnant to kind of treat her belly with. So let's get cooking. So I finished chapter 1. I have to say I'm still having a little bit of a hard time to get into it. There's a lot of information in the beginning, a lot of, well, is it world building? I don't know. It's just a lot of names, a lot of places, and just trying to understand the setting is a lot right now. I don't know if this is me or the way the author has written it. By the end of the chapter, I'm starting to get into it, but we're following 3 different people, and that is just a little bit too much for me in the beginning, and starting to get into it, and then we're jumping to another person. I'm gonna try and read a little bit more of chapter 2, and then I'm gonna call it a night. That's what we're gonna do. I fell asleep reading. I look like shit. I sucked at reading this week. I really did. I'm sorry. I had such great plans and I really wanted to get back on track and I didn't. So I guess the first thing I'm gonna do in the new week is redo my TBR and my plans, and hopefully next week will be better, seeing as we will be in not really like isolation, but social distancing and limiting going out. I'm hoping that I read more, but honestly, it's not that big of a difference to my everyday life anyway. So, and it's not like I have less work. So, let's see. Let's see. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this and not getting bored. And I apologize for being a sucky reader. So this is a sucky reading vlog. I did unbox a couple of boxes. And next week, we're gonna unbox probably the Fairy Loot and the greenish boxes. So there's more unboxings to come next week in next week's vlog. All right, so I guess still being like half asleep, I will immediately film the hello to the new week because it is again Monday morning and I have been asleep and oh my, I have like dark circles under my eyes like crazy. All right, thank you. I appreciate you and I hope to see you again on my channel real soon. Bye.